c'est Shenron et aujourd'hui on se retrouve pour la fin de The Wolf Among Us, le tout d'un épisode de notre let's play. On s'est arrêté après avoir été le tordu et avoir mis une ratatinée, je sais pas si ça se dit, bref, à Bloody Mary. Et on est en train de faire son procès avec tous les habitants de Fableville. Donc reprenons là où nous étions arrêtés.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered two of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
truth for
He's
once.
always been a bit of a powder keg.
If you were so offended by it, why'd you cover it up then? If it had nothing to do with you and your shit, then why'd you try to protect him for so long?
What cover-up? I never made any attempt to hide Georgie's criminal activity from you. I learned of it myself
For
only
fuck's
recently.
sake. Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby. When you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
Yeah, and your goons attacked me. Did you forget that part?
They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I've protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
What's he talking about?
Yeah, right. They don't do it because they want to protect you. You intimidate people, use scare tactics. They're afraid if they don't follow orders, they'll end up dead.
Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah, that's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant.
Oui.
When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
Yes, but
Wasn't I?
You're the fucking problem here, not us.
Really? What about Archie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
She wanted my tree destroyed, but Bigby refused.
What?
you were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
Is that true?
Snow?
Don't blame Snow, she had her reasons. Greenleaf was using her magic to help Crane and the Crooked Man. That's why Snow wanted your tree burned.
That's not why.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with the Crooked Man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that
Moi,
may
je
not
suis du côté de
always be
Blanche.
clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
Like you did with her?
Maybe you haven't noticed, but we've been doing all this to protect you. We're trying to stop people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you, exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength.
Non!
And
Je
if
voulais
things
mettre...
didn't fall exactly his way, someone would die. And I'm just sorry it took us
Je me
this
dis
long
qu'il
to
avait pris,
realize what
Lily et
he'd been
Faith.
doing.
They're right.
You're all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over, and those girls will have their justice.
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the...
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a confession
A confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
Snow?
And what about your history? All you've done to this fucking town?
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this.
Nerissa,
Of
Nerissa
course
pendant
it's
qu'elle
right.
vienne.
This man tormented all of you for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
them.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course! Yes, you're responsible.
Well, by that logic, Miss White should be on trial for Tweedledum's murder, since you know Bigby works for her.
That's...
He killed a man.
Now, don't make him a murderer, for fuck's sake. Killing someone who's trying to kill you is
They
hardly...
were there to retrieve Crane. You didn't need to escalate things.
Me? It was them. And who sent those two freaks anyway?
Bigby and I have already discussed his behavior that night. We're handling it
Now, where
internally.
have I heard that before? How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody?
Je l'ai jamais
He
vu
was
tuer.
beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
You can't be serious.
Snow had nothing to do with it. We all thought she was dead.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened.
Oui,
Right
exactement.
before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different.
I
We all...
did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own
This
crimes.
isn't right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen, I
The
know...
laws apply when we need them.
Everyone calm down. This isn't
I
the
mean, a
reason we're
certain level
here.
of privilege should be afforded to
To
me.
who?
This is how it's always been.
This is what I'm talking about. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad wolf?
Oh, c'est une blague.
Who will be the...
Bigby? Miss White!
Excuse me, dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath, little
What's
one?
she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Bluebeard.
What?
Of course. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut up. You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we
Putain,
stepped
je
just
l'attendais,
one
je l'avais
toe
dit,
out of
avec
line.
Alien.
And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons.
Voilà.
But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order here.
Vivian wanted you freed from the ribbons. She took her own life.
I'm sorry, I don't think
Nerissa! My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me.
And this just confirms it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me.
Me too.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well. Nah, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you.
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free after this.
You're done talking, crooked man. You had your chance.
Well done, then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's
I
not
assure
good
you.
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has
more
a point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been
I
enough
don't get
bloodshed
it.
So we
already?
get rid
It's
of
too
him.
dangerous.
Get him out of here.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up! Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment, so I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
Look, Snow should decide what we do with him. She's gonna be the deputy mayor,
But
so...
she's not the deputy mayor yet.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really. He should be the judge.
That makes sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine.
Are you sure? This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Okay, Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
Snow,
Just do what you think is right.
Yes, Sheriff. Do what you think is right.
Teach him a fucking lesson.
No.
He has to
We
die.
can lock him.
C'est trop dur, c'est trop dur. Oh là 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 là. L'enfermer, c'est sûr et certain, il s'échappera. L'enfermer dans le puits, c'est... C'est sûr aussi, si tu l'enfermes dans le puits, il sortira aussi. Mais le tuer, j'ai peur... En soi, si je le tue... Attends. Si je m'en Si je me remémore pendant tous les choix que j'ai fait, je n'ai tué personne. Je n'ai jamais tué personne, du moins. À part Georgie, mais c'est lui qui me l'a demandé. J'ai arraché juste un bras à Graine. En vrai, c'est celle que je pourrais tuer, mais est-ce que ça confirmerait pas ma nature de gros malade mental en tant que... Il faut que ça soit un exemple. Il faut que ça soit un exemple.
Fucking get rid of him.
everyone, I'm...
Not this way.
There you are. I hope you all remember this moment. Think of me when you try to sleep.
Finish it, Sheriff.
Please, we can still.
End it already.
Putain, mais non, mais... Oh. Oh. Ah, va au diable.
No, I won't.
C'en est fini.
Oh my god!
Ah.
For Lily. And Faith.
Yes. Another one of us to erase from the books.
Fableville a perdu grand méchant. Oh non. Oh non. Oh non. Est-ce que c'était le bon choix? Un jour après.
Hey, Sheriff.
Oh, gobe-mouche.
Are you gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay, great.
This fucking line.
Oh, Mr. Wolf? Flycatcher left his keys.
Listen, Snow, can we talk? I wanted to...
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this. We'll talk later, okay?
Ah, elle a peur de moi.
Good morning, Miss White.
You're late.
Someone's gonna see you, Colin.
Attends, mais j'ai vraiment fait un choix de merde alors. Non, un crapaud.
I'm going! Jesus!
We only have like 5 minutes.
Carry me for fuck's sake! I don't give a shit!
You forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day. Shit! Just go grab that, would you?
Sorry about all this. I tried to help.
Just why the hell did she have to send me and me boy away, huh? You promised me I'd get another chance, but Miss White said I had to go up to the damn farm anyway.
Wait! Sheriff Bigby! I have something.
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
Can you give this to Miss White, please? Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so... if you could bring it to her, she was nice. So...
Yeah, sure.
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best. It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, 'cause when they're little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go? I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore.
Come on. It won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No. Some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves.
So you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, TJ.
Hey, Bigby. Where's your friend, Colin? Where's the fucking pig?
I don't know. He must have run off.
Bullshit.
Saying goodbye?
Hi.
Hi.
You're still wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to. It's just...
It's okay. I get it.
Listen, I came here because I have to tell you something.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily. I'm not sure where to start. Faith, Lily, and I, we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the Crooked Man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place.
It's okay. Just calm down.
I freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the Crooked Man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us. I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
You were just trying to protect them.
Yeah. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the Crooked Man. But then... Oh, God. I don't know what happened, but that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait, so Georgie told you all this? Not the Crooked Man? Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the Crooked Man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
I guess, what's done is done.
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality. Especially after... that night, after Faith. I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
You?
I walked her over here, and I left her. Just hoping that maybe if I couldn't save them, could at least save the rest of us.
So, that piece of fabric I found near there, that was you?
Yeah, I cut my leg trying to get over the fence.
So you started all this?
I just pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The Crooked Man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence. And the world likes it that way. We just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith, or Lily. Nobody cares about us. Not really.
I'm sorry, Nerissa. I'm sorry that's what it took to get me to pay attention.
It'll be different now. You'll make things right. You and Snow.
I don't know. Seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her, or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
I don't really know where we stand anymore. Things are just different.
Huh. Things are always different. Look, Bigby. After everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would. You protected your friends, no matter the cost. And you brought justice to this town. Finally. Because you brought the Crooked Man in, everyone saw who he really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the Crooked Man, it was you.
I hope I've at least done some good here.
You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you.
Elle est trop gentille, Nerissa. Et je crois qu'en fait, j'aurais pas dû le décapiter, enfin, je sais pas.
You're not as bad as everyone says you are.
C'est ce que Spore avait dit.
I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
You're trying to place me. You like my ribbon? Do you like it?
Faith wore one too. Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little Mermaid.
Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about Faith?
He said he wanted to run more tests. I hope you find what you're looking for. I'll see you around, Wolf.
Oh, les frissons, putain. Ils y ont beaucoup d'enfants, trophée obtenu. Qu'avez-vous fait à Georgie? Vous et 68% des joueurs avez tué Georgie. Le tordu a eu droit à un procès. Vous et 89% des joueurs avez ramené le tordu vivant. Comment avez-vous puni le tordu? Vous et 14% des joueurs avez arraché la tête du tordu. Avez-vous accepté le cadeau de TG pour Blanche? Vous et 90% des joueurs avez décidé d'accepter le cadeau de TG pour Blanche. Qu'ont été vos dernières paroles à Nerissa? Vous et 54% des joueurs avez dit « J'espère avoir fait quelque chose de bien ici ». Bon, avant qu'il y ait une musique et tout ça, on va un peu conclure. C'est une dinguerie. Je comprends pourquoi, en fait, les gens sont hype d'avoir une suite. Et même moi, en fin de compte, j'avais oublié ce sentiment, enfin cette hype, étant donné que je l'avais fait, comme j'avais dit, il y a un petit moment. Je crois que je l'avais fait en 2015. Donc 2 ans après sa sortie initiale, et c'est vrai que j'avais beaucoup adoré. J'avais découvert Telltale avec Borderlands pour ma part. Ensuite, j'avais fait Batman saison 1. Et ensuite, du coup, j'ai fait The Wolf Among Us. Et je n'ai jamais fait Batman saison 2. Et j'aimerais aussi maintenant beaucoup faire les The Walking Dead. Donc à voir si ça apparaîtra sur la chaîne ou en live. Je verrai ce que j'en ferai. Mais sinon, maintenant, on attend le 2. Et le problème, c'est que Telltale font la sourde oreille et font les muets concernant The Wolf Among Us 2. Parce que maintenant, ça fait plus de 2 ans qu'on attend des nouvelles et on n'a rien depuis qu'ils ont dit qu'ils allaient le repousser à 2024, étant donné qu'ils avaient changé le moteur graphique en cours de route. Et depuis, on n'a rien. Ils ont un compte Instagram, un compte Twitter. Sur leur compte Instagram, quand je vais dessus, ils font que de la pub pour leur dernier jeu où ça se passe dans l'espace. Je sais plus comment il s'appelle. Expensive ou je sais plus. C'est un truc du style. Et à chaque fois que je vais sur les coms, même moi j'en ai mis un. C'est The Wolf Among Us 2, s'il vous plaît, parlez-en, parce que pour le moment, nous n'avons qu'un trailer à l'heure actuelle, qu'un trailer qui est trop stylé, qui donne envie. Chaque fois que je regarde, moi, ça me donne envie, ça me fout encore plus la hype. Et là, le fait d'avoir fait la saison 1, eh ben, ça casse les couilles parce qu'il n'y a toujours aucune réponse. Pour vous dire, à l'heure où j'ai fini cet épisode, nous sommes le 14 mars, il est 2h58. Et à l'heure actuelle, nous n'avons toujours aucune info sur The Wolf Among Us 2. Donc ça fout un peu les boules. Maintenant, je pense avoir fait peut-être le mauvais choix en tuant Crane, en tuant le tordu. Peut-être pas que c'était la bonne le bon choix à faire du moins. Mais est-ce que dans tous les cas, les trois menaient un truc bon? Et est-ce que Blanche me ferait pas la gueule? Faudrait que je me renseigne, mais je pense que dans tous les cas, ça aurait mené au même truc. Je pense que même pour Crapaud, ça l'aurait quand même emmené à la ferme. Colin, je sais pas pourquoi il me fait la gueule. Est-ce que c'est parce que j'ai tué de sang-froid? Et du coup, ça a fait peur. Parce que ce qui est bizarre, c'est que... C'est même pas bizarre, c'est logique en soi. Quand j'ai tué le tordu, on a pu voir en haut à gauche, Fableville a peur du grand méchant loup. Mais si j'avais suivi le fait de l'épargner, je me serais mis quand même des gens à dos. Et là, donc je pense dans tous les cas, ça aurait mené au même truc. Il y aurait quand même eu des désaccords. Et je pense que n'importe quel choix aurait mené au même choix avec la que j'ai actuellement avec Blanche, où elle est froide et tout, c'est trop bizarre. Et là maintenant, ce qui est chelou aussi, c'est Nerissa, visiblement, elles sont toutes liées. Au moins, le bon côté des choses, c'est qu'on a toutes les putes de notre côté. Mais c'est vrai que c'était très bizarre le fait qu'elle répète la même chose que Espoir nous avait dit. Donc ouais, pour moi ce jeu c'était un 10 sur 10. Je donne la note 10 sur 10. Maintenant à voir quand est-ce que Telltale voudra bien communiquer la suite. J'ai hâte. En tout cas, des gens pensaient qu'ils parleraient en mars. Donc on n'a toujours pas fini mars, hein. On est même pas au milieu de mars pour le moment. Donc faudra voir si à mars ils décident d'annoncer quelque chose ou pas. D'annoncer une date. Et j'ai peur même qu'il soit repoussé à 2025, étant donné que aussi le studio, ils ont plein de problèmes et tout, c'est une galère. Bon, bref, je vous invite à vous renseigner là-dessus, de voir ce qui se passe avec le studio de Telltale et de pourquoi c'est une galère de sortir les nouveaux jeux qui veulent sortir. Donc, bon, 10 sur 10 pour ma part, on va voir s'il y a un truc. Oh! Stat spécial! Bête, vous l'avez caché d'avoir vu Belle hors de l'appartement. Vous l'avez battu alors qu'il était à terre. Belle, vous lui avez promis de ne pas dire à Bête que vous l'avez vu hors de l'appartement. Le boucher, vous l'avez frappé durant l'interrogatoire. Vous lui avez offert la protection du bureau de l'affaire courante. Ouais. Colin, vous lui avez offert un verre quand il vous en avait demandé un à votre appartement. Vous l'avez aidé à éviter la ferme. Le tordu, vous l'avez ramené à petite... au plus enchanté, pardon, putain, j'ai eu mal à lire. Vous lui avez arraché la tête. Lee, vous avez décidé de le brûler avec un cigare pendant l'interrogatoire. L'air, vous l'avez tué. Espoir, vous lui avez donné de l'argent après la bagarre avec le bûcheron. Georgie, vous avez détruit son club. Vous avez pris l'argent du coffre-fort de Georgie. Graine, vous lui avez arraché un bras au Grindelgindé. Vous avez bu avec Graine après les funérailles de Lily. Jack, vous avez passé un accord avec lui. Nerissa, vous avez tenté de lui retirer son ruban dans le bureau de Bigby. Blanche, vous l'avez amené avec vous au Guindal-Guindé. Vous avez promis de ramener le tordu vivant. Bah c'est chose faite, je l'ai ramené vivant. Tip Tim, vous l'avez laissé derrière. Ok. Junior, vous avez accepté son insecte et promis de le donner à Blanche. À voir si on pourra le faire dans la saison 2. Crapaud, vous l'avez défendu quand Blanche voulait l'envoyer à la ferme. Ok. Waouh! Attends, quoi? C'est des vrais comics? Attendez, je regarde juste sur internet parce que... Ah, à voir, alors je regarderai. Je regarderai ça plus tard. Alors. Bon. Ah ben voilà ce qui conclut. Livre des fables. Qu'est-ce donc cette chose? Eh oui, ça c'est vrai, faudra que je le fasse, ça permettra de platiner le jeu en fait. Voilà, c'est tout ce que j'ai fait, ok. Putain, c'est dur en fin de compte tout avoir. Là, ça fait une ligne continue. Tout. Bon. Et ben voilà les amis. Ce fut un plaisir pour ma part encore une fois d'avoir fait ce let's play. J'ai pris énormément de plaisir, un banger. Maintenant, comme j'ai dit, les cartes sont entre les mains de Telltale pour savoir si nous annoncerons un jour ou pas la saison 2 de The Wolf Among Us. Dans tous les cas, je le ferai avec grand plaisir. Bref, comme d'habitude les amis, vous connaissez le refrain. Si ça vous aime, n'hésitez pas à lâcher un petit like ou vous abonner. Ça ferait extrêmement plaisir. Sur ce, c'était Shannon, prenez soin de vous et ciao.